Hello, Internet. My name's Kat, and you don't know me, and that's okay. Many of you might be wondering, why am I watching this weird girl on YouTube when I could be watching, someone who's actually popular on YouTube? I see your point. Because I'm gonna say something kind of important, and we, as, a society, we don't, I think, talk about important stuff enough. I'm gonna talk to you today about bullying. Yay! And I know, you're thinking, oh, geez, another anti-bullying campaign, because this one's gonna be different. Well, maybe it will be, if you don't have that attitude. Now, if you're one of those people who's thinking, yeah, bullying sucks. I'm totally against bullying, but it is kind of just this thing that happens. It happened to me, and I am a totally well-adjusted, self-actualized adult now. I got over it. People get over it. It happens. It's a thing that happens to kids. If you're one of those people, you are who I really, really want to talk to. Actually, that's not exactly true. The primary portion of this little project here is going to be towards people who are being bullied now, and hopefully the things I say can help them. But you, other people too, you should also listen. So this whole little brainchild started when I first saw this video somewhere in here by Hank Green of the Vlog Brothers. So I guess I should say that Hank really started the "There's Nothing Wrong With You" campaign. Except even I'd like to expand on the things that he said, because it still leaves me, anyway, wanting a little bit more. The primary advice that people get, stuff that Hank mentioned, it gets better. Great. It should be better now. I shouldn't have to wait. You shouldn't have to wait. You shouldn't let them bother you. Well, but they do. You already feel like something's wrong, and then the people you go to for guidance say, oh no, you shouldn't feel that way. But I do, so in some weird twisted kid brain, the grown-ups are saying that something's wrong. It's all a mess. I'm gonna tell you some stories about me and what happened in my life, and show you how I dealt with it, and how I dealt with it very poorly because I was listening to the advice that I was getting from my parents and my teachers and even my friends. I was never bullied in the traditional sense of the word. I mean, nobody stuffed me in a locker or gave me wedgies or threw slushies in my face. And that's why for a long time I refused to say I was bullied, because that kind of thing happened. It happened to other people. It didn't happen to me, so it couldn't possibly have been the same thing, right? But I've, in my adult life, had a lot of issues that I've needed to deal with, and I finally had to admit that no, I was bullied. So I'm gonna tell you some stories. I'll try to keep them short. I call them the Hanson Chronicles. Way back in the day, in good old 1997, there was a band called Hanson. I loved Hanson. I thought they were the greatest band in the world. I loved their music. I thought they were cute. It's the thing that 9-year-old girls do. I got so much shit for liking this band. Everyone found out if you did like Hanson, and you became a social pariah because they're gay. They suck. You're a loser. They were 9. Their wit was not nuanced. I'm in the 4th grade. My mom is a high school teacher, and the high school she works at is about, I don't know, maybe less than a mile away from the elementary school that I go to. These were the years that I got really good at reading and walking at the same time. One day, I'm walking to the high school, and I'm reading a book about one of the Hanson brothers, and this girl, I had no idea who she was. I'd never spoken to her before in my life. Somehow, though, she knew exactly who I was. Probably because I was the only kid in the school who openly admitted to liking Hanson. She starts to verbally berate me on the way to the high school about how much Hanson sucks, how gay they are with each other. It seemed to be her mission in life that day to make me cry. She succeeded with flying colors. She tore the book out of my hands and threw it in the road. Yeah, this bitch stole my property while she verbally assaulted me. And I didn't do anything about it. I didn't tell my mom, and I didn't tell my dad. I didn't tell anybody. I just cried. Fast forward 2 years. Now I'm in 6th grade, and now we have lockers. 6th grade promised all sorts of really cool things. One being lockers that you could decorate, which is what girls were supposed to do. But this one girl, Sierra, She had a locker right next to mine, so she had the best view into that locker besides myself. As I said before, girls were supposed to decorate their lockers, primarily with pictures of pretty boys. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. I also picked Hanson. I still liked them. I didn't care that I was getting made fun of. Yeah! But one day, I'm at my locker. Sierra's at hers. She turns to me and she says, "If you don't take down those pictures of Hanson, I'm gonna take them down for you." Excuse me? Bring it! I didn't take down the pictures. The next day, I opened my locker, and there was a pile of confetti at the bottom. Upon closer inspection, they were my pictures of Hanson, taken down off the walls and ripped up into little bitty bits. I tried to turn her in, but I didn't have proof that it was her. No one believed me, so she got away clean. I bet she doesn't even remember me now. The very next year, 7th grade. You'd think by this point I would have broken, but I didn't. Years of crap had I gotten from liking this band, but I was staying strong. And I was trying to listen to my parents, who were telling me to just ignore them, and it doesn't matter, and I'm better than them, and I shouldn't let them get to me, and all that crap. There was a promotion by Eggo waffles. I didn't even like Eggo waffles, but I followed through. I bought boxes of Eggo waffles for like a month. I ate them all. I mailed in all the box tops, and in return I got a free Hanson shirt. And I was so proud of myself because it was the first thing that I'd actually like really earned. I didn't go buy it at the mall. I ate nasty Eggo waffles for it. Yeah! I worked at school. And all day, people stared, pointed, laughed, made jokes, pushed me, and finally, the very last thing, the thing that broke me, arguably the most popular boy in the school, came up to me, looked at my shirt, looked at me, and said, "You know they're gay, right?" It was the mixture of ridicule and pity in this kid's voice that really did it. Like, maybe I didn't know Hanson was gay? Maybe no one had told me. Maybe I was simple in the head and just didn't know how easy it would be to stop being such a fucking loser. So, you're probably wondering, what is the point of all this? The point is, I'm gonna tell you how I dealt with bullying. After several years of being constantly made fun of for the things I liked, for being smart, being called the cow on a daily basis, I finally did what all the adults were telling me to do. I just ignored them. The result of which is that I spent almost 2 years in total silence. In order to ignore the bullies, I had to ignore everybody else. I wouldn't even look at most kids at school. I kept my face totally blank. They never saw me smile, but they never saw me cry either. They still stole my things, my books, and tried to hide them or throw them away, but I didn't react anymore. Because I figured what they wanted was the reaction. If they didn't get that, they'd move on. But that existence was lonely as hell, and I was no less miserable than I had been before. I maybe even felt worse, because now I hated myself for being a coward. I wasn't sticking up for myself. I didn't have any friends. I was hiding who I was and what I loved. They still won, and I still lost. I still find it really difficult to open up to people and make new friends. It's gotten a lot easier with time, but it still feels like work rather than something that comes naturally. But I have made friends, some of the best. People who have made me who I am today. Someone that I'm proud to be. I know I have people in my life who will stand by me, and what's more, I'll stand by them. I'm fiercely loyal to my friends, and that's how I feel better about my past. And I can trust people again. And so can you. You do have friends, I promise. Even if it feels like you don't, you, out there in internet land, have the glory that is the internet. I didn't have the internet when I was 9. I didn't have the ability to go on the internet and Google Hanson fan club chat place and meet people who also like Hanson. I didn't have that. You do. You have the whole internet. And that's just millions of friends waiting for you. Hi, I'll be one of them. All of you, I mean, God, nerd fighters. I mean, it's everywhere. You're in a much better position than I ever was. It's never gonna be easy. And a lot of times it won't make sense. But some people are gonna be assholes. You can ignore them. Sometimes. Sometimes you can't. You can stand up to them. Sometimes you can't. Or you do and they hurt you. And sometimes your superior wit and intellect will allow you to deliver a really good, solid burn. And you can make your bully feel just as shitty as he's made you feel. And that'll feel really good. For a little while. Every now and then, I'd have a chance to really get him. And then I'd feel worse because I'd sunk down to his level. And now he's a pissed off asshole, and I'm in a lot more trouble. You can try to deny who you are and what you love and the things you love to do, and pretend to like people and things that you don't really like so you can fit in, but you'll just be goddamn miserable. Don't deny who you are and what you love, and people will find you. People who like those same things. And when shit hits the fan, those are the people who are gonna stand by you and make it better. And eventually, the assholes will grow up. Or move away. And yeah, maybe you'll meet new ones, but you'll still have all those friends. And it does get better. But the point is, right now, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to change. You don't have to feel ashamed. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the people who are picking on you, and I have some very choice words for those people, and they'll have issues forever. It's all so much easier when you let people into your life who love you, and you let them help you when you're down, and you can help them when they're down, and all of a sudden one teeny tiny corner of the world is a better place. Yeah, it gets better. Sure. I just want everybody out there to know there's nothing wrong with you. And I know there's not a whole lot I can say to make you realize that right now, but I hope one day that you do. And I hope that you people out there who were bullied when you were a kid and have since gotten over it, well, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, I hope that maybe you make a video of your own. Maybe share this one. Tell us how you got over it. Because as far as I can tell, most people just dealt with it by crying. And that sucks. If you're a kid being bullied, and nothing else I've said in this video has made you feel even a little bit better, maybe this will. And that brings us to the shameless self-promotion portion of tonight's video. Really though, it would actually mean a lot to me if everybody out there could like and favorite and comment and video response and most importantly, share this video. It's easy. I know it's not great, but I'm not a professional vlogger. There you go. So it's, you know, all things considered, pretty good. And like I said, I think the message here is pretty important, and I would love video responses, I would love comments, I would love the discussion to keep going, and the message to spread far and wide. And if no other reason, share it because he's cute. Look at him. Look how cute. Like, oh. Please share this video. It's really good. My name's Jake. I'm a dog. Yes. So, I guess there's nothing left to say except don't forget to be awesome.